Hi there, my name is Woo-hyuk Choi. I'm a professor in Baekseok University, Contemporary Music Department in Korea. This is a video to explain about the student exchange program in Baekseok University. We used to have MOU with Berklee College of Music, and now we have signed another MOU with MI College of Contemporary Music in LA. We also have agreement with several other universities around the world for student exchange programs. Last year we had one student who was from MI College of Music. He was a composition major. He studied here for one semester and he actually had a great time. I'd like to show some photos of him when he was in here. So I figured maybe I should explain about this student exchange program for you to have better ideas for what you're going to be studying, what you're going to be enjoying when you come here abroad to study. Baekseok University is one of the biggest university in the region. We have more than 12,000 students enrolled in the campus, and this campus is really beautiful. You really should come and see it. We have lots of grass fields and fields for sports event. We have gyms for students, and our dormitory is one of the best in Korea, and it's pretty cheap compared to its quality. And our university is really close from the city, so it's really easy to go to the movies and get anything you want from here. And even though our university is not in the Seoul city, which is the capital of Korea, the location is pretty close, and transportation media is very good to reach to Seoul. It takes only 1 hour to get into Seoul, and we have public transportation such as bus, train, and even subways to get to Seoul. There are lots of students who is commuting from Seoul to our universities. Also, there are many students who is in the dormitory or the other housings near the campus. Because, as you know, for contemporary music major students, they usually have rehearsals at night, and they want to study in school a lot more than other major students. Oh, one thing about our university is our campus, especially the facilities for the music department, is open for 24 hours, at least the studios. So if you have a project to record in the studio, you can record whole night. So that's why students are very active in publishing their albums, and they grow a lot as producers and composers and engineers because they have lots of experience in the studios. As you know, the activities in the studio is really important for the music majors. Our university has two different tracks in contemporary music department. The first track is performance track, which is for vocalists, singer-songwriters, and instrument majors such as guitar, bass, drums, pianos, and saxophones, trumpets, and percussions, all other instruments. Another one is a production track, which is for composition students, producers, and sound engineers, and MIDI producers. and all whoever is interested in music production. These two tracks have various classes, various courses, which is one of the best program in Korea. For example, for entering students, they have ensemble classes, which is very special because it is run by 3 different professors who works in a different styles of music. For example, the first year ensemble, which is called Basic Ensemble, is run by professor who teaches like blues and jazz for 4 weeks, and another 4 weeks run by a professor who's teaching funk, R&Bs, and Motown stuffs. And other 4 weeks, they move on to another professor to learn pop, rock, and K-pops, and all those kinds of stuffs. That's called Basic Ensemble for entering students. And they also have labs, specialized labs for each different parts, such as vocal labs, guitar labs, bass labs, drum labs, saxophone labs, and composition labs, sound engineering labs, producing labs, all those classes. And in second year, they also have styles workshop for all different parts. We also have jazz harmonies and ear training classes, which is based on the curriculum of the Berklee College of Music. Actually, there are professors, many professors who have graduated Berklee College of Music, like myself. I majored jazz composition in Berklee College of Music, and we also have professors from other universities in United States, such as University of North Texas, University of Miami, and even from University of Southern California, MI, and some professors studied in Europe, like Netherlands. Actually, one of my fellow faculty, who is right next door, is a great pianist who's famous in Korea. Her name is Professor Lee Ji-young. She is a leader of the band, very famous band in Korea called JSFA, and she studied jazz in University of North Texas. So one thing I can tell you there are definitely plenty of professors who can teach you in English. When student exchange program is running, we have students coming from various countries, including United States, Uganda, and China, Japan, and all over the world. Well, we're going to start a new student exchange program with a university in Thailand. When they come, the classes they really enjoy is, one of the classes they really enjoy is studio ensemble. You get to use the studio and you get to bring in your tunes and record, or if you are a performance major, you can actually sit down there and record yourself, and you really come up with some results. Our students is really familiar with studio activities, so when they are juniors or seniors, they usually publish their own albums recorded in our university studios, and some of them become a professional singer-songwriter and composer or performers right after the graduations. For jazz students, we also have improvisation classes, which is pretty tough, but they really learn a lot. And also jazz analysis classes. Actually, Professor Lee Ji-young teaches that class, and students love that class a lot. I myself am teaching a performance workshop class. Students get to perform their original compositions or arrangements, or even some repertoires that the student's supposed to know once a semester in a band formation, and they get comments from myself and from other students, and they get graded upon their performance quality. We also have classes for producers, lots of classes. We have studio technique, Pro Tools workshops, Logic classes, EDM classes, and sound production for video games, mixing practices, multimedia workshop, and film music classes, such as scoring techniques for film and video, counterpoint, contemporary counterpoint, MIDI orchestrations, stage acoustics, and SR practice. Wow, we really have a lot of classes here. And also for the jazz harmony oriented classes, we also have reharmonization technique classes and composition classes, songwriting and lyric writing classes, and what else we have? We also have some rhythm study classes for the performance major, and one of the famous ensemble in our university, which is really famous because they were in the competition, which was broadcasted in, which was what, KBS, which is the biggest broadcasting company in Korea. That class is a Latin ensemble, and a lot of students enjoy that classes. Even the exchange students who were here last year took that class and had a lot of fun. And that class usually also performs outside of campus as a concert. For vocalists, we also have one of the best programs for vocalists. We have so many great professors who's working very actively in the field. We have pitch and diction classes, style and vocalization classes, and what else? Audit survey, and choral conducting, background vocal classes. This background vocal class is really good for vocalists because they get to produce their own lines for chorus and get to record in the studio, and they become prepared as a background singers. And we also have a cappella workshop, students singing in a cappella situation, and we also have vocal pedagogy. And for the seniors, we have senior recital workshops and senior project workshops, so they get to have their own graduation recital by themselves. They can just have a whole hour of concert for themselves. And another class which I am running is portfolio seminar class. In this class, we get to produce their own compositions into an album. We learn to record, and we learn to mix the album, and we also work on how to publish. we learn about the publishing process of the album, and we'll also study about the SNS marketing and how to make themselves known to publics. And usually in this class, they make a team and they publish an album as a team project. So each year we have at least like 10 new songs published from this class. And I'm really proud of it. One last thing I'd like to tell you is about private lessons. We have private lessons for every majors, even for sound engineering and MIDI technology, not just for the instruments and vocalists. And during that private lessons, our professors are really zealous and they are eager to make students grow. They are really interested in their growth. They do their best to make students understand what they are teaching, and sometimes they encourage students to involve in the outside activities. Sometimes they have a gig with the professors in Seoul, if you're good enough, and they make students to participate in the composition project, like film scoring or scoring for TV dramas or commercials, something like that. You'll get a lot of chance if you're good enough and if you're working hard enough in here. So, as you know, K-pop is getting really famous in all over the world. Many people know BTS now, so it will be a great experience for you to come and study in Korea and get to know the Korean students who is very good in their areas, and eventually they'll become professionals who is going to be working in music industries in Korea. It doesn't hurt you to make connections. So you're always welcome, so please come and apply for the student exchange program. And I want to see you here. Let's meet here and study together. So, see you in Cheonan.
안녕하세요. 백석대학교 실용음악과 주임교수 김현웅이라고 합니다. 우리 학교는 일단 시설이 아주 잘 갖춰져 있어요. 그리고 엄청나게 방대한 교육과정을 또 갖추고 있습니다. 요약해서 말씀드리자면 100개의 연습실, 100분의 교수진, 백석대학교가 되겠습니다.
학생이 주인공이 된다는 그런 느낌을 받으실 거예요. 그 학생이 가지고 있는 음악적인 출발점, 스타일, 개성, 그런 상황들에 대해서 교수님들이 좀 많이 집중하는 편인 것 같아요.
어떻게 하면 지금 저희 재학 중인 학생들 아니면 앞으로 올 학생들의 지금 추세 같은 걸 파악해서 가장 이상적으로 음악적으로 성장할 수 있을까를 많이 진지하게 고민하고요. 학교에서 제공하는 수업들만 쫓아가는 것만으로도 내가 뭔가 배우는 게 많다는 걸 많이 느낄 수 있어요. 굉장히 보람된 학교 생활?
기본적으로 음악을 공간이나 장비나 이런 게 없어서 못하진 않을 것 같아요. 연습할 열정이 없으면 모르겠지만 그런 거에 구애받아서 연습을 못하진 않는 것 같아서 되게 좋은 학교라고 생각하고 있어요.
저희 백석대학교는 해외 대학과 많은 교류를 하고 있습니다. 최근에는 미국 LA 쪽에 있는 MI 대학, 그 외에도 태국에 있는 마이돌 대학도 중국과도 학생 교류 협약을 맺어서 공부할 수 있는 길도 열리게 됐고요. 세계로 뻗어나가는 저희 백석대학교에 오셔서 같이 공부했으면 좋겠습니다.
누구한테나 똑같진 않지만 기회는 온다. 그런데 그때 네가 어느 정도 준비가 돼 있고 그런 기회를 잡을 수 있는 힘이 있는지, 그때까지 내가 얼만큼 깊어질 것인가,